Hi everybody, it's Kayla, and welcome back to building a house to make up for the fact that I haven't posted a speed build in a little bit. How are you all doing, my friends? Sorry, it's speed build Tuesday. Wait, it's not Tuesday, it's Friday. Is it Friday? Oh my god, I'm sorry, team. I'm losing my mind right now. I have been traveling so much this month, and like my schedule is all messed up. Not just my YouTube one, but like my everything schedule. Like no. My sleep schedule is fine. But like everything else is just messed up, okay? So I don't know what day it is anymore, to be honest. That just kind of happens, you know? That feel when you forget what day it is? That's not true. That never happens to me. But here we are. I am building a duplex or like a semi-detached house today for my SEMI save because I'm working on finally getting it updated and out and stuff. It's taking me forever because I've been putting a lot of work into Del Sol Valley because Del Sol Valley sucks and needs to be saved. Usually when I'm building my SEMI save houses, I don't replace any like base game lots or vanilla lots because I like to keep all of the home lots, the residential ones, the same. I'll just like fill up empty lots instead, but I'm gonna rebuild all of the residential lots in Del Sol Valley as well, or at least renovate them because of the fact that they're just bad. Like I feel like this area in particular, this like cheaper area, the up and coming area, could have been so much better in this pack, and it's just not good, and it upsets me because there's these giant empty lots and these tiny houses, but like everything around it in the world are all these little tiny houses all close together and stuff, and like it doesn't make sense that there are these just big empty lots. And so I'm replacing them all with like this duplex, and I've got on the lot next door, there's 3 starter homes all in one lot, so they look all close together, but they all look like individual lots, and that's kind of my goal, is for it to all look cheaper and fuller and just better in general. So that's what I'm going for with this. I picture that like 2 single men live in this house, but they're like 2 different houses, obviously. But like I'm calling it the dude plexes, because like a couple of dudes, 2 bros chilling in a duplex, that's that's the vibe I was going for. They're like identical on the outside, but the inside is like slightly different. Very similar furnishing style. I kind of went for like a fake starter home. Like, it's supposed to look kind of empty, but it is not actually cheap. Because I wanted it to be pretty still, but it's not a starter home. It's expensive. I don't know how much it costs, but it's definitely not a starter. I find it impossible to build starters. Also, there's 2 houses on this lot, so like it wouldn't be a starter anyway. And they're kind of big. And I have like columns and decorations around the place. Like, this is not a starter home. But it kind of fits the idea of one. I find in my gameplay anyway, I don't like to play in starter homes. I like to play in like what looks like a starter home. Like it's small and it has like some cheap things, but it's still cute. Like you might have like a cheap bed, but like you still have a nice kitchen. Or like, you have like a cheap fridge, but you have nice counters. Like I just want it to look cute. I don't like to play in like actual cheap houses because cheap Sims houses are ugly and cheap. Like the lighting is bad and they don't look good and it's not fun to play in. So I prefer to play in houses like this where it's like a fake starter home. But obviously that's kind of not how it works. But it's fine. Everything's fine. Also, I am sorry about my schedule again. Like my upload schedule right now, usually I post like 3 Let's Plays a week, but I've been kind of messing with my schedule a bunch recently because ever since Get Famous came out, whenever a new pack comes out or I'm like traveling, my schedule gets kind of weird. Like I always post Fixer Upper on Wednesdays and like Speed Build Sundays, and I have like a schedule. I'll post like this Let's Play on a Tuesday or whatever, but my schedule's been all out of whack. Out of whack? Is that how? That's not a sentence. Anyway, my schedule's been weird as far as Let's Plays go because I've just been traveling and new packs and stuff. So, like, I'm working on it, okay? I was gonna make one today of my Get Famous Let's Play with Tommy Oaks, but then, so here's the thing. This is kind of embarrassing, but also is a good thing, so I'm gonna give some advice to you kids. I have a journal that I write in when I get really anxious. So it's like a bad mental health day journal now, but I used to write in it like literally every single day. Like I used to wind down my day, I'd write in this journal like what I did that day and like also why I was stressed out and like not doing well. And it would help me to just kind of like put it on paper and like have someone listen to me, but like it wasn't someone, it was just me. Like it just helped to get it out and like write it down. And so I have this journal that like for the majority of 2017 and 2018, like we're talking like probably like the second half of 2017 and the first half of 2018, for like a year straight, I wrote in it like almost every day. And I've kind of fallen off from writing in it like the past like 6 months, but I was looking back at like the first half of this year and kind of reading through it this morning, and then I got really emotional, and then I couldn't record a Let's Play, so didn't do that. I already had this build done, so I was like, okay, I can just do a voiceover and then put it up. So we're posting this video today, and not a Let's Play because I was crying about myself, so I couldn't make a Let's Play. Not in a bad way either. Like, the one that like really got me, I was reading like kind of dark stuff too, and I was like, you know, the good old days. But then I read this entry because when I went to New York in May with my mom for Mother's Day, we went to New York City and saw some musicals and stuff, and I was reading an entry from them when I saw Dear Evan Hansen, which is my favorite musical of all time. And like when I saw it, I was very emotional before I went because I was so excited about it and like it meant so much to me. And then when I left, I was like a wreck because I care so much about it and stuff. And then in the entry I wrote that day, I wrote about like how much it meant to me to see it, but I also wrote about how when I left the musical, 2 of my friends had texted me and been like, so how was it? Like all excited, ask how it was. And it made me like sob because before that, I never like had friends that cared about me so much in that way. Like it sounds kind of dumb to say that, right? But like it's a dumb thing to be upset about or like excited about because it's such a little thing. But like to have them know how much it meant to me to see it and like to ask, and I don't know, it just meant a lot that they asked about it. And then I started crying when I read it again because it meant a lot to me when they did it. And like I know it's a little thing, but like it's the little things that really mean the most to people, you know. And it was a nice gesture, and now I'm gonna cry about it again. I never really had friends like that before, and that happened in May, and they're still like my best friends. So I just feel very grateful for them. So anyway, that's why I've been upset. So I couldn't record a Let's Play today because of something that happened in May. I'm working on it. I'm super good, you guys. I'm like totally fine. We're good, you know? Like I don't know. It's kind of fun to look back on those things though, because I've got like I wrote down all the time, like whenever little things happened, like I don't know, like hang out with my friends, I've got all written down. So I was like searching certain friends' names and like seeing like when I met them this year versus like how I feel about them now. It's fun to like look back on that stuff. So I would recommend a journal like this. One of my friends has one too. Uses it for the same way, like the same kind of like when you're having a bad day, write about it, but also like a really good day, write about it. And so like all of the like the best and worst parts of this year have been like chronicled in this journal, and it's kind of exciting to read, especially because recently I haven't been writing in it that much. So like it used to be more mundane things like, oh, I had an exam today, or like, oh, you know, pre-recorded today, but now it's the only things in it now, like the recent ones are just like, I had an awful day, here's why. I almost died on this plane today, here's why. Or like, I had a really good day, here's why. Like, all the big things are in there. And it's fun to look back on. And I'm glad that I have this, because I think it'll be fun to read, like, when I'm older especially. Because, like, I'm, like, 19 right now. I'm in college. Like, it's gonna be fun to look back on like, these days and have all of it, like, written about. I mean, I kind of have, like a video diary to an extent, because I chronicle, like, everything that ever happens to me on YouTube, because I talk about, like, the dumbest things on YouTube, and, like, so I have, like, a full-on video of myself saying this stuff, too, but all the dark stuff is in the journal. So, I'm a pretty open person online, aren't I? That's maybe a bad thing, but also probably a good thing. I think some of the things that I share are important to share, because, I mean, listen, when I was like 14 and when I was 14 at a time, but like if I had a person like me talking about these things the way that I do, like about like anxiety and stuff, ew, right? I know, but like if I had someone talking about it like I do when I was like 14, it would have helped me a lot, because I felt very isolated and crazy at the time. So hopefully it helps some of you guys. I don't know, I've said it before, but I feel like a big sister sometimes. That's kind of the role, at least, I'm trying to fill. I hope that I'm doing it well. I don't know. I know that there are a lot of people who are younger than me that watch my videos, also people that are older than me, but, like, I know that there is a large number of young people that watch me, or people that are my age, or, like, close to my age, or whatever, all the same. And you know what? You can be a big sister to someone and still be younger than them, I think, because everyone has different experiences. So you can, like, influence people that are older than you still, and help them still in different ways, because, you know, we all have different lives and different paths. What am I saying? I hate myself. I'm not like this usually. I'm being preachy right now. I just got sad because of my journal, so now I'm, like, preachy and weird about it. Ew, I'm sorry. I kind of hate myself. Anyway, I streamed this build on twitch.tv/lilsimsie. I stream every single day. Just saying. Also, my Simsie save, I'll link my past one down below. The new one is very close to coming out. Like, the updated one for Del Sol Valley is very close. It's just, I'm trying to make it perfect, and Del Sol Valley is taking me a long time because it sucks so much. But, like, once I get this area done, we'll be good to go. Mark my words, team. I have so many new Sims and like fun storylines and better builds in this one, so it'll be good to have like this update. I like the new, like this area I was talking about before with like the duplexes and stuff. I like this area a lot better, like how it's more crowded looking. And like the households are kind of big because there's like a bunch of Sims on each lot, obviously. But like the one next door to this has 3 2-bedroom houses in it. So I think it's gonna have like 5 or 6 Sims at least, all in the one household. But it's like a mom, like a single mom and her kid, and like, you know, it's like, it's stuff like that that's going on, but they all live in like this one lot, but it's like 3 houses technically. It's hard to explain, but like, and kind of weird, but I just want to have the most Sims possible and have it look better. Like the map view looks so much better. Like, this is how it should have looked. But you know what? That's fine. I wish that they had given us like a bunch of small lots in this area instead of like 3 big ones. It would have been better to have a bunch of small ones because then you can do so much more with them. Ugh. Sorry, more lots is always better. More is always better. Because when you have less, you have more to lose. That's a Mean Girls quote from Mean Girls the musical. If you guys don't know that musical, you should listen to it. It's really good. Mean Girls the musical, also obviously Dear Evan Hansen is a good one. Means a lot to me. I cry just thinking about it. They're all good ones. I'm really into musicals. I know it's kind of weird, maybe you're not into them, but at least give them a shot. I think you'd like them. Also, I feel like you and I, we have very similar tastes for a lot of things, not just in music, but like just in general in life. Like I think if you like my videos, you just sort of like the same things as me, because you know we have a lot in common. We hang out all the time, so trust my judgment, okay? I like musicals. Give them a chance. People tell me all the time that like they've heard me say these things so many times. They'll be okay, finally I'll listen to Hamilton because she's mentioned it like 50,000 times. And then they're like, Kayla, I finally gave in and listened to it, and you were right. It's really good. And I'm like, I know. Hello, I've been saying it for years, but like, I'm just saying that I have good taste. Okay, you should trust me. Sorry, I'm gonna cry again, but about me being hilarious. Okay, anyway, 2-bedroom house, technically like 4-bedroom house. This could be a good house to play in, like if you have like, maybe you're playing with like 2 sisters, and they each have like a spouse and a kid, like you could have them live in this house because they'd have like, there's an office in each one, office/gym in each one. I also put sliding doors on the inside of the house. I know it's weird. I did it on purpose. I kind of liked how weird it was because they're supposed to be kind of weird houses. Like it's like a weird sort of cheap house, and there's a hot tub in the backyard because 2 bros chilling in a hot tub, 5 feet apart because they're, you know what I'm saying? Like, anyway, the video's over now. I'm going to go ahead and cut off right here. I hope that you enjoyed it. I really like this build. Also, I kind of had fun with the voiceover. This has been a fun one. Thanks for listening to me rant every day. I really appreciate it. It's like, it's venting. It feels good. But I'm going to go ahead and cut off right here. Make sure to go ahead and leave a like and comment and subscribe and do all those fun YouTube things. And in case you guys didn't know, I post new videos every single day. And so I will see you all tomorrow. Bye, everybody. My grandpa was telling me I talk way too fast at Christmas. He was like, Kayla, in your videos, you gotta slow down. And I was like, Grandpa, I'm sorry, this is just who I am. Stop trying to change me.